Hey guys, what's up? It's Charlie here, and today we're going to be looking at the 10 fakest rich people exposed as broke. Today people can edit their lives and live how they want using social media. Simply photoshopping a picture or buying movie prop money can make you seem like a millionaire with just a few dollars. However, some people are less than careful when doing this and get exposed as broke by all their friends. Before we get into it, be sure to subscribe and press the notification bell too. Coming in at number 10, we have Soulja Broke. When it comes to one-hit wonders, rapper Soulja Boy comes to mind. He was huge in the early 2000s with hits like Crank That and Kiss Me Through the Phone. However, he's now not selling as many records, but that hasn't stopped him from living a rapper's lifestyle, or at least acting like he's living a rapper's lifestyle. One day he filmed a Vine with huge stacks of cash. However, you can clearly see that the stacks are simply pieces of blank paper with $100 bills on the top and bottom. He's also been exposed many times for wearing a fake diamond watch which is stuck at one time, and he's even bragged about buying a $4.6 million penthouse only for people to find it listed on Airbnb for $100 a night. Soulja Boy may have some money left over, but he sure does act like he's richer than he really is. Next up is gold-plated car. One thing the mega rich seem to love is painting things gold, specifically their cars. Just walk down any street in Dubai or London and you'll see gold-plated Lamborghinis and Range Rovers. But one guy in India caught something strange on his street. A man obviously wanted to look like an oil billionaire, so he got his car gold-plated. Except instead of really getting a golden car, he simply got a cheap wrap. The wrap was so cheap and badly put on, it literally was peeling off, revealing the car's true black color. This must have been really embarrassing for the guy, as the image went viral and he got exposed for lying about being rich by his own car. Next up is Tai Lopez. We all know Tai Lopez from his adverts on YouTube where he talks about his Lamborghini. He also made a second, less famous advert where he claims to own a mega mansion in Los Angeles. However, soon after this came out, people pointed out that the house was listed on Zillow as a rental. Sure, he must have a bit of money, but some people claim he's not really as rich as he says. And it's also a popular opinion that his famous Lamborghini is a rental as well. What do you think of this guy? Is he super rich, or is he making himself look more cashed out than he really is? Next up, we have 50 Cent. 50 Cent is known as one of the most successful rappers of all time. However, after spending a lot of cash, various lawsuits, child support payments, and divorce settlements, 50 Cent went bankrupt. He declared bankruptcy a few years back and people began making fun of him, calling him broke. In response to this, he got mad and posted photos on Instagram of him showing off cash. Because of this, a judge called him up and asked him if he was really bankrupt, as he would have to pay his ex-wife more if he wasn't. He then had to embarrassingly admit that the cash didn't strictly belong directly to him and was just in companies. He admitted to simply withdrawing the money for the photos and then depositing it right back into the bank. Next up is Bugatti Jordans. Warning, this is probably one of the worst photoshops on this list. People photoshop themselves with nice cars a lot, and sometimes it's well done and can actually be believable. However, one guy simply took things too far. He thought he'd be able to get away with not only photoshopping himself next to a Bugatti, but also photoshopping himself wearing Jordan sneakers. The biggest blunder he made was that the car was actually at a car show, not in the road, so he wouldn't own it even if he did have a photo with it. Not only that, it looks like he's used Microsoft Paint instead of Photoshop, as his bedroom wall can clearly be seen in the background. It looks like he's tried to save the edit a little by going over his pants, but it hasn't really worked, has it? Next up is Lambo laying. Most kids dream of owning an awesome sports car and showing it off to their friends. However, because kids don't have millions and millions of dollars, they can't do these things. But today with Photoshop, they can pretend to make this dream a reality. One kid took a snap of him laying down and then photoshopped himself onto a white Lamborghini. The top half is pretty well edited and is convincing, however it seems he got lazy on the bottom half as his feet are square. He posted this to his Facebook page really thinking it would work, but it went viral. He sure would have some explaining to do after his mum drops him off at school in a Honda Civic. Next up is Sean Kingston. Sean Kingston is another rapper who used to be big but is pretty much a one-hit wonder. He was giant in 2007 with his hit song Beautiful Girls. However, since then he hasn't much been in the limelight. But it hasn't stopped him from still trying to live the life of a rapper, which involves expensive watches, parties, and cars. He acts very wealthy on Instagram, however recently he was exposed as wearing fake watches. Also, after showing off his car, another video of it being repossessed was filmed. It seems like he's trying to live beyond his means. What do you think? Coming up next, we have worst Photoshop ever. There's a viral image going around right now called "This man should not be allowed Photoshop." Now, we've already seen people photoshopping themselves with money, cars, mansions, and shoes. They weren't good, but hey, at least they tried. But this guy should seriously have his Photoshop taken away from him, as he didn't even try. First off, he didn't even pick a good car to be in front of. But also, all he did was crop himself in the front of it. This has to be the worst Photoshop I've ever seen, and from looking at internet comments, it seems people online agree. Next up is Jordans. We've already seen one person trying to make it look like they were wearing Jordans while standing next to a Bugatti. However, I had to include this photo too, as it's just so funny. One guy took an Instagram selfie using a mirror. He then pulled the image into Photoshop and poorly added in some Jordan sneakers. He sure looks happy with his Jordans, but perhaps he was simply looking at the photos on Google Images at the time. However, I guarantee he was not smiling when he read the comment section of his post. And when it went viral, I'm sure this guy had to run out and actually buy a pair so he wouldn't get totally exposed. Next up is car. This is another hilarious luxury car Photoshop fail. The guy is apparently Indian, but for some reason he decided to use the background of a small Danish town. Not only that, the license plate actually says supercars.net, which is the website where he pulled the image from. This is one embarrassing photo that the guy posted on his Facebook, but ended up going viral on the Reddit category named Facepalm. I know what they mean, as seeing this image and most of the others on this list made me facepalm too. If there's anything to learn from this video, it's that no matter how good your Photoshop skills are, someone will always see right through it. Check out the poll in the top right corner to vote for the funniest photo on this list. And guys, be sure to check out my second channel. There'll be an amazing life hack video on screen in a moment, so click it to check it out. But as always, thanks for watching. Check out some more videos on screen right now. Leave a like if you enjoyed, and if you haven't already, what are you waiting for? Subscribe to Top 10s.